Hello, this is DC Hammer. Welcome to the DC Hammer Show, where we shine light on darkness in a daily pursuit of truth by swinging the hammer of justice at the deep state, shadow government overlords, assorted black hats, and their minions. In this show, we will continue to focus on issues involving the biggest existential threat to the United States and the world, that is the tyrannical, bloodthirsty monster, the Red Dragon, also known as Communist China. In this broadcast, we are going to answer a question posed yesterday by one of our followers. What in the world is the Belt and Road Initiative, and what does it mean? But first, just why do I refer to Red China as the Red Dragon? And why will I continue to do so in these broadcasts? Well, Cura.com provides a perspective. The Chinese are very much into symbolism, and use that symbolism to connect what they see around them. The world and how it interacts with people and creatures, elements such as fire, creatures such as dragons, theories of life, governance, kingdoms, cultures, dynasty building, evil, disaster. All of these things interact and are interpreted by the likes of Xi Jinping, president of Communist China, to explain and perhaps even justify how he intends to rule the Red Dragon for life and unleash the Red Dragon upon the world. So, per BeltRoadInitiative.com, the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, is a strategy developed by the Red Dragon in 2013 as a model for making infrastructure improvements. Projects are conceived and proposed, then financed and executed. The program started as an internal improvement mechanism and was quickly rolled out globally as the Red Dragon realized its potential for world domination. As initial projects in places like Indonesia bore fruit, the model was tweaked to include sinister elements, making it a powerful combination of enticement, inducement, false promises, corruption, localized economic collapse, and global expansion. Clever beast, this dragon. This map, thanks to Wikipedia, graphically displays the Belt and Road Initiative in its current state. The red area landmass is China, and from China these black tentacles have stretched out in different directions, and they represent the 6 Belt and Road corridors. Corridors being pathways that China is using in order to dominate the world piece by piece, starting relatively locally and reaching out, again like an octopus, to spread its tentacles around the entire world. The blue lines represent their maritime Silk Road, and that indicates a visualization of the Chinese desire in order to not just spread its tentacles across the land masses through projects of infrastructure improvement and other means in order to dominate the world through using economic and construction projects in order to do that, but also using the waterways of the world, where they have already infringed upon the rights of other countries like Indonesia by building platforms in the middle of the South China Sea that are then to be used as launch sites for missiles or whatever else they have in mind in order to bring that entire region under their control, maybe using carrots to begin with, but having the stick in their hand just in case they decide they have to use it. It is also spread then onto Africa, and we'll talk about that later on in the program, and spreading in even to Europe. So, poor third world countries, and some of them are outlined in this article on Wikipedia, are the perfect targets for this gangland-style plan. The Red Dragon sends emissaries to a target country. At first it's all smiles and flowers, butterflies and honey, promises of a mutual relationship, benevolent benefactors reaching out, the hand of friendship to help the less fortunate places on the planet prosper and pull themselves up by the bootstraps, just like Red China did starting in the 1990s. Of course, back then, Red China was put on a path to becoming the Red Dragon, with some crucial help in the form of the ever so pay-for-play based Clinton administration, but we will do a deep dive into that deep state cauldron in later videos. So let's get back to the BRI. So the red butterfly of peace flutters to a land of opportunity, for example Sri Lanka, and cozies up to the leadership like Mahinda Rajapaksa. The red butterfly then lays its eggs, proposes a win-win-win situation. A red Chinese bank will provide funding, the red butterfly will provide needed expertise. All the target country's leader has to do is sign on the dotted line, accept a substantial, well, let's call it a sign-on bonus, and the target country will receive that much-needed railroad, bridge, or other infrastructure improvement. It's beautiful. All rainbows and chirping birds. But as soon as the ink is dry on the paper and the sign-on bonus is safely tucked away in a Swiss bank, after all, the recipient will need that nest egg when the truth gets out. Can you say Clinton Global Initiative? Then the red butterfly morphs into the aforementioned fire-spewing dragon. Promises are not kept. The target country, now seen by the red dragon as just another future province, just ask dirty Roberto Duarte of the Philippines, thank you Philstar Global, who then settles for crumbs and more promises, and as long as the target assumes more debt and relinquishes more control to the red dragon, and then is moved by the red dragon bookkeepers into the future province column on the imperial red ledger. As China Uncensored reports, the list of participants in the Belt and Road Initiative continues to grow as new continents are brought into the fold, and the net result is the red dragon's debt trap.
China is killing Africa with debt, and colonizing it country by country.
The red dragon's debt trap, as shown in this article by the National Review, springs daily on another unsuspecting target nation as the red dragon's master, Xi, continues to smile his way into the history books as perhaps China's most successful emperor, or at least would have been if Hillary Clinton had become president. But since Donald Trump has become president of the United States, a supreme builder and financial genius in his own right, is now reining in the reign of the beast and raining on the red dragon's parade, so perhaps a better future for the world is at hand. But as always, God is in control, and as his plan continues to unfold, we will see. Thanks for watching.